Hey guys, what's up? This is Mel, and I'm here to talk about The Walking Dead episode 615 titled East, which premiered Sunday, March 27, 2016 on AMC. Guys, so sorry for the delay. I'm posting this. It's just the hectic work event has finally ended, so now I'm trying to wrap everything up and get back on board with everything. So let's start quickly, 10-minute clock, and let's begin. So something new that we learned in this episode is that two groups leave Alexandria. First group is Daryl leaves immediately on his bike, which means Rosita, Michonne, and Glenn go after him, thinking he's going to do something that he can't survive. Turns out Daryl goes back to the spot where Denise is killed, and it may be that he went to retrieve her body or something, because we don't see it again on the tracks, but it looks like Daryl is tracking down Dwight and his men, and Daryl blames himself for Denise's death because he wasn't able to kill Dwight earlier when he first met him. So when the rest find him, Daryl refuses to go back, and Rosita actually goes with him, thinking that he is on the right track in finding Dwight's men and having them suffer for killing Denise. Because of this split, Michonne and Glenn are unfortunately ambushed by Dwight and his men. Daryl and Rosita try to rescue them, but they get caught as well, and the episode ends with Daryl getting shot by Dwight. So that was surprising in itself right there. But moving on to group number 2, we see Rick and Morgan going to find Carol after being told by Tobin that she left in the middle of the night. During this whole search, we see the group of saviors that Carol encountered, and she ended up taking out 5 of them, which Rick was kind of proud for. And then during this journey, we see Morgan confessing to Rick about the wolf leader and how he let him live within the walls of Alexandria, and how he had this confrontation with Carol about it and all of that. And in the end, Morgan tells Rick to go back to Alexandria, and he will go out and find Carol, and to not send anybody else after them if they haven't returned. So there's that. Now back in Alexandria, though, we eventually see Rick returning and talking with Abraham about relationships and what it feels like to open themselves up again and letting new people in. Rick letting Michonne in after what happened with Lori. Abraham letting Sasha in after what happened with Rosita. Although thinking whether or not the apocalypse is truly the right place to let someone in like that. So that's what they kind of talk about. Also, we see Maggie getting Enid to cut her hair shorter, only to shortly afterwards feel incredible pain in her stomach, maybe because of the baby. And that's where it ends off for Maggie. It doesn't look good there. But what was the most shocking moment of the episode for me? Daryl getting shot. Because seriously, I was doing a double take. All I remember seeing on the screen was Dwight having a gun pointed at Daryl. And then for some reason, I turned my head away for a moment, and then I see this red splatter on the screen with the gunshot. I was like, what? Who got shot? What happened? And then all I hear is that Dwight saying, "Don't worry, you'll live," or something along those lines while the screen was black. So it's like, hold on, who did he just shoot? So it wasn't until I saw Talking Dead that it was confirmed that Daryl was shot. So that was pretty surprising in itself, because I was trying to figure out, the end of the season is coming up, who else are we going to lose? Because by this point, we would normally already lose a main character, which I don't want to happen, but they seem to make a pattern of that. So I was a little worried that it was going to be Daryl, because I do not want Daryl to die. I do not want him to die. I repeat. So moving on to top 3 favorite moments. First one has to be Daryl wanting to avenge Denise. Definitely like it. It sucks that he blames himself, but I like that he's just not going to sit back and just let it roll off their shoulders. He wants to take action against those who harmed a good person. So, it was great to see that. It was a bit stupid of him going out and doing it on his own when they're all on high alert of being attacked, but his heart was in the right place, I guess you can say. Next favorite moment for me has to be that couples montage at the beginning of the episode. We see Glenn and Maggie showering together. We see Rick and Michonne in bed together. We see Carol and Tobin a bit together. Who else did we see? We see a few. But should have figured with those kind of montage moments at the beginning of the episode, it's a foreshadowing of the separation. Because with Rick and Michonne, we can see them separated. Michonne being captured by the Saviors, and Rick being back in Alexandria. Tobin and Carol ran off already, so Tobin's stuck in Alexandria. Glenn and Maggie is stuck in Alexandria with pains, maybe because of the baby, and Glenn is a Savior's hostage with that. And so yeah, should be foreshadowing for sure every time you see a happy moment like that. And next favorite moment for me has to be Carol taking out all those Saviors. I mean, it was cleverly done, really. I'm still confused about whether or not Carol's hysterical panic attacks are genuine and she's really having a panic attack like that, or if they're just a ploy to give the illusion that she's a weak human and they can easily overpower her, only for them to then underestimate her and allowing her to strike. So I'm still confused on whether or not that's still a ploy or not. Whether it is or not, Carol was very smart about taking out those 5 Saviors. She had the gun sewn into her sleeve jacket, her jacket sleeve, which was clever. She used the spikes around the car as a defense mechanism as well. So I definitely liked it, even though Carol seems against killing now and thinks that she's not able to do it. When push comes to shove, she can definitely do it for sure. So top 3 peeve moments for me. First one is Carol's hyperventilating. It bugs me because I can't tell if it's real or if it's just a ploy. So I was saying that I can't tell if it's real or a ploy. If it's real, then it's really ill-timed, and I really don't get why she's hyperventilating now of all things. It's been 6 years, and now she's taken the time to react like that. I have no clue. If it's a ploy, it's a well-played ploy, because then it allows her to deceive her enemy and such. The only reason I don't like it if it's real, is because it reminds me of the early Carol from the early seasons, and I didn't like that version of her. I thought she wasn't a survivor by that case. Just not obviously she is, but when I was first watching it, the series and the earlier Carols, it just didn't seem like she was cut out for the apocalypse at all. So having her hyperventilate like this, it kind of reminds me of that Carol, which is a Carol I didn't like. So it's not really a favorite of mine for sure. Another peeve moment for me was that everyone was leaving Alexandria all at once when they're on high alert for an attack against the Saviors. I mean, if you know there's an attack coming, or you are preventing an attack, or you are preparing for an attack, why are you leaving? I mean, why are you putting yourself out in the open to allow yourself to be attacked again with less protection around you? And it makes no sense. So it's why? So what I remember most about this episode when I look back, separation is a good one. Daryl getting shot is going to be a definite one for sure. And moving on to random questions, though. Random questions. First one. Where do you think Carol went after that whole Savior ambush that she had on the road? We see Morgan and Rick going through a field, but did she really go that way? So I guess we have to wait and see for that. Next question. Since Daryl was shot, how do you think him, Michonne, Rosita, and Glenn will fare against the Saviors who have captured him? How are they going to get out of that one? And yep, that's about it. So, moving on to predictions. Based off of the promo for episode 616, which is the season finale, we see Negan being introduced. We see Jeffrey Dean Morgan in the Negan character. So it's finally happening. And we also see negotiations being refused. So it's going to be one hell of a season finale. It's going to be a 90-minute season finale, if I remember correctly. And based off the sneak peek that Talking Dead provided, we see Gabriel going over the self-defense plan with Rick and the evacuation plan, if it were needed, with him. It seems he's very on point and he's on board with what needs to be done. We also see Spencer as well, wondering whether if it's too late. There's a timer. If it's too late on making a deal with the Saviors. And Rick basically says if they want a deal, bring him to me. And it's kind of like he has a deal for them type thing. So that's about it. Predictions overall, though, I have a bad feeling someone's going to die in this finale. I really do. Especially with Negan. In order to establish him as a really, really awful or really, really terrible villain, terrible in the fact that you have to fear him, he's going to have to do something really horrible to the Alexandrians. More so than killing Denise, which has me worried. So, that's something to look forward to. And that's about it. So what did you guys think of the episode? What did you like about it? What did you take away from it? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, check out my other videos if you haven't done so already. Also, if you want, check out my Tumblr page. The link for that is down below. It's not as extensive as all the other pages I do. It's just that whatever Walking Dead comes across my dashboard, I do reblog it. So you'll find all those in that link below. And that's it. So thank you guys for watching. I truly appreciate it. So sorry for the delay, but I am recording this before the season finale aired. So at least you still get my genuine reaction for this episode. But tune in next week, or hopefully it's this week. I hope to get everything back on track this week for my thoughts on the season finale. But until then, this is Mel wishing you a great day, great week, wherever you are. Till then, bye for now.